Hey guys, it's Keybros. So yeah, we're actually two final year law students at London. We're both around 20 odd years old and we're born and bred in Hong Kong. Both of us, we're proud to be from the city of Hong Kong, but also very proud to be Chinese. So I think there's no inherent conflict between the two identities.
I think one of the main reasons why many Hong Kong youngsters don't necessarily embrace being labeled as Chinese is because, bluntly put, because of ignorance. I think many Hong Kong youngsters simply refuse to travel to the mainland and see for themselves firsthand how the mainland is actually like. They also refuse to communicate with mainlanders, and they only take in information which they have a predisposed agreement with. For example, they only read negative news about the mainland, and they simply aren't, given, both sides of the coin. And I think if they were able to educate themselves a little bit more, even from a very neutral standpoint, they don't have to consider themselves as, super patriotic. They don't need to be super proud of being Chinese. But I think there are two things they have to consider. First thing is every single, nation around the world wants to have decent relations with China. But the second thing is that, even if they don't consider themselves as, sort of the same with mainland Chinese people, they can still consider themselves to be Chinese because, there are different, types of Chinese people around the world. Even within China, mainland China is a very diverse place in itself. You got people from, for example, Heilongjiang, or people from Shanghai, people from Guangzhou. They speak different dialects. They, have different cultures. They have different eating habits, even, and they might also dislike each other because they might see other people as 外省人.
We've been to mainland China many times, and every time we go, we see that the place has changed. It's developed really, really quickly. For example, the technology, I have to say, in China, mainland China, is much actually more advanced than Hong Kong right now. I would really encourage all people in Hong Kong to go and take a look first with your own eyes, all right? Before making up a judgment about the place, saying that, oh, China is inherently bad, it's evil. It's not.
Hong Kong people should really realize that if we don't go out and have a look for ourselves, then we are already and we will continue to lag behind the mainland. So I think we should let go of the sense of complacency, let go of this false pretense of superiority, really, and go to the mainland, have a look for ourselves. And there's a Chinese saying, right? 闭门造车.
So from personal experience, I've got friends from many different parts of the world in university, from Hong Kong, but also mainland China. And actually, I find people from mainland China to be much more open-minded, all right, than our fellow peers from Hong Kong. It's because when they see us, we're from Hong Kong, they don't actually discriminate against us, all right? They treat us as one of their own, and they would communicate as if we're also from mainland China. But if we do a role reversal, let's say I am from mainland China, all right, and I've got a group of people from Hong Kong, then I will guarantee that I will be heavily discriminated simply because of the fact that I'm from mainland China. So from this, it shows that it really is time for, I think, people in Hong Kong. I'm not saying all, there are some good friends of mine from Hong Kong who are open-minded as well, all right? It's really important for Hong Kong people to open up to the fact that they should be a bit more open-minded and be more accepting towards different people, especially those from the mainland.